setup's different. Hi guys, I'm Victoria and welcome back to my channel. As always, thank you for clicking on the video to watch it. And today I want to talk about white knight narcissists. And just as a brief introduction, in case you're wondering why I have a bit of information about narcissists, that's because for the last close to 10 years, I've been in a relationship with someone who I came to realize was one, and we had a brief separation in the year of COVID, and I went down a wormhole in Quora where I learned a lot about narcissism and the disorder, the NPD, just general characteristics and a lot of things. And that's what helped me open my eyes and understand the kind of situation I was in. So I think it's going to be helpful to share this information with you so that you don't have to take as long as I did to realize that you are making an effort at futility. If you are stuck with a narcissist and trying to change them, that's not going to happen. So I had a court date. It's due tomorrow, custody hearing, but by the time you watch this, it's going to have passed. So I'll accept your belated prayers and good wishes. So I'm anxious as all of hell, but I hope it'll go well. So anyway, a white knight narcissist, as the name implies, is a narcissist who acts like the savior. He swoops in to save the day like a white knight so that he will keep you safe and happy and contented. And I say he, but as always, a narcissist can be either gender. I'm just more comfortable talking about the narcissist as a he because that's the image I have in my head. And so a white knight narcissist is going to come in and try to save the day. And that sounds good, but they overdo it and they do it with not the purest of motives. It's going to get out of hand because it's going to be like they will want to help you every time with everything you're doing, even if you don't need their help. They're just going to become really boring really fast, especially if you're someone who likes doing things for themselves. Not to prove a point, but just because sometimes you get bored and you want to do something. But the white knight narcissist is going to swoop in and show you how to do it and actually do it for you. So the one that I was involved with wasn't a white knight narcissist. I didn't get help from him for any of these things that I've been going through. I did get help, but I'm going to talk about the kind of narcissist he was in a future video. So today's isn't focusing on what I lived with. So sorry about that. If you can hear noise in the background, it's because not everyone is asleep in the house and it's a kind of small house. So anyway, a white knight narcissist will want to show you how to wear your shoes. They'll want to show you how to cook a meal. They'll want to show you everything, and actually not just show you, but they'll go a step further and try to do that thing for you. And they do this so that they can be hailed as the white knight at the end of the day who swooped in to save this hopeless, silly, just this person that they've made you out to be. And they do this, obviously there's a catch. They want to get that praise, and there's probably something else that they want to get, maybe monetary benefits if you have some links to money that they might get to by sticking around you. If you're someone in the public figure, they'll want to hang by you so that they can get a taste of the fame or the trappings that come with it. And they're just generally despicable people because if a white knight narcissist thinks that you have something that they want and they feel like they can get to it, they're probably going to try their hardest. Even if you don't need saving, they're going to create a situation where you need saving. And that's where the quality of a narcissist, of the character of a narcissist to demoralize and bring down the person that they're in a relationship with comes in. They might find you well off enough without them, but then they're going to just they might try to break you so that you need fixing so they can put you back together again. And that's as painful as it sounds, because you might lose yourself in the process and become an empty shell. So this is the form of supply that a narcissist thrives on. A white knight narcissist, because different kinds of narcissists, they have different requirements to fill that void that is themselves. Their soul is just, they don't have anything in themselves. So this is the white knight's chosen nutrition, I guess. And I once met one, like it wasn't even a long time ago, just last year. And I noticed some very obvious signs that he was a white knight narcissist when I looked up the term, because I think I'm almost constantly reading about narcissists, and this is something that I hadn't known even with my previous research. So this person was just, he was really pushy in trying to buy me gifts. Although I turned him down once, I turned him down again. But then he will just insist and find a different way to ask, hey, I need to get you something. And if he wanted to get it, I don't think he will need to ask me that he wants to get it, but he wanted to create this air of, wow, he's getting me something, I need to be excited about it, then I anticipate it. So he eventually got me something. It was cheap, obviously, and we met up for what was supposed to be what was it? It was supposed to be an event for exchanging ideas, like brainstorming on random side hustles to start, but it turned out to be a kind of date. He'd planned in his mind that we were going on a date, and he didn't tell me that. We went to a cheap place, he bought me a cheap meal. And I'm not saying cheap because I'm complaining about I'm not a materialistic person. I hope I'm not. But the reason that I insist that these things he did were cheap is what follows afterwards. So he got me those things, and he felt like he was entitled to be my one and only. Like, he expected me to start telling him that I love him by the end of the day, and just be willing to go along with him and do everything that he wanted to do. Which honestly just struck me as odd. After spending a few years with a narcissist of any kind, you just become on high alert for any grade of narcissist. You're going to know that something is wrong here, and you're going to want to get out of it. So anyway, I told him I wasn't comfortable with the situation. He crossed a few boundaries over the next, I think, few days. Then I told him, honestly, I think we should maybe take a break. I'm not ready for a relationship anyway. And I had told him that like several times. But he thought that by buying me things, he will make me want to change my mind. Then when we were with him, he would constantly accuse me of being indecisive, slow to think, confused, of just being a typical woman. And in his mind, he thought that I had all this money lying around, because at the end of this nasty excuse for a date, he was throwing hints around like, yeah, I'm here and this place is nice, and if someone gifted me with a car, I really wouldn't mind it. And I thought, wow, dude, I am working. Why are you telling me about blessing you with a car? Like, what is this? So anyway, I put a stop to that when I was safely out of his reach. I told him, because I was scared he will get aggressive. I've been assaulted before in a relationship, and I'm not about to put myself in the situation to get assaulted again. So I waited until I left, which some people might call manipulative or being a trickster, but whatever. So I told him, you need to just take a break. I know I said I'm your girlfriend, but I was in duress at the time, so please, let's not do this. Then the fury started. He sent texts, he called, he WhatsApped me. If he had my email, he would also send that. And then one of the biggest red flags that I found online, that is a white knight narcissist's chorus and refrain, is, "But I did all these things for you. Why aren't you giving me what I want?" So that's what a white narcissist wants. He wants to help you or else. And then when he puts in that unwelcome help, he's going to want to now get payment for it. It's really sad and it's silly and it's really bad seeing that in someone who's old enough to have sense in their heads. But as I found out, NPD is actually an emotional disorder. So it's a mental illness. Like, you see, it's madness. It's a kind of insanity. And it's problematic because most narcissists won't want to seek treatment. They have this enlarged ego that makes them believe that they are good the way they are. So most of the narcissists that actually seek treatment, they do that for other reasons. They might get depression when they have exhausted their tactics of getting supply. They might get anxiety, just these complications that people with low self-esteem suffer from, which is surprising that a narcissist will be in the same boat as, because, well, they put up this show of they are everything and some more, which they aren't. So if you encounter someone who is trying to help you, even though you've got the situation under control, or it's something that you want to try out and do, and you don't care about doing it right or doing it wrong, they might be a white knight narcissist. Look out for the other signs of narcissism in them, and if you find any, then just run, please. Because with narcissists, it's violence is, I think it's always an option. If they get a cornered rat will bite at a man. That's what that saying goes. And a cornered narcissist will be violent, even though he knows that violence is going to stain his reputation. If it's the very last resort, he's not going to hesitate to use it. So take care of yourselves and evaluate the people around you. Make sure that you're not setting yourself up for a relationship that's going to hurt you down the road, and just make better choices than I did. Hopefully you're going to wind out better, happier, which is the most important. And I don't think I have anything else to add on that. I know I hinted that my next video will be about gaslighting, but I kind of freestyled this one, and I want to get gaslighting right, because people who aren't narcissists can gaslight you, and it's good to know that you can't pin someone down on a you can't label them just based on a single characteristic that they exhibit. So that's it for today. Keep watching, keep letting me know if I'm hitting or I'm missing, and I will enjoy reading your comments, and I just hope you stay safe, you stay bright, you stay happy, you stay healthy. So have a good one, and until next time, bye.